Wait, that's the hacker?
No.
That little girl?
Maybe it could be. We don't know what the deal is yet.
That was quite the brush off. We still got a lot of valuable info.
This Chica.
You came.
Chris.
She said that.
She did.
She did. Stop making me.
That wasn't the context, though.
I don't need to explain context.
He's making a joke for the internet, Ding Dong.
Everyone at home laugh for me.
Everyone at home over-identified that and take it literally.
Please think about it harder.
Yeah, like how she's lost in thought right now.
What's with all the newspapers in the background?
That's how they investigate. They read old newspapers.
She makes a lot of messes around here.
Editor, you know what to do.
Text to speech. I prefer the Dallas voice if you can find it.
I was thinking about zooming in, but okay.
You know what? Games that can't afford voice acting, here's my little thing for you. Put in a text to speech voice option. Doesn't have to be mandatory.
That would be funny.
But would always be entertaining.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
You could use Roger Wilco. You have a lot of choices. There's ways you could do it.
I think
Please help me.
There's a huge bug in it.
They wrote that on paper.
In
That many
Shinjuku.
A's.
Why the fuck would you... Private investigator, my phone has a bug on it.
Come squish it.
Oh no, game company employee.
Oh, I remember this one.
Guys,
Yeah.
I honestly do want to know. What do you see in this game?
You don't like it?
No.
I'm sorry.
You're investigating weird paranormal happenstance that's coming from the internet. And then realities merge.
I mean, I think it's fine.
What do you think it needs?
Yeah. What's it missing?
Fun moments.
Are you not saying we're getting them? Because I feel like they've come from some of these cutscenes.
Oh, no, yeah. I just mean the game itself.
In terms of like the areas.
They're raising the Digimon.
Yeah, the Digimon's
for me
pretty
is
fun to raise.
Okay.
You're gonna see soon because we haven't actually done a lot with them yet.
That's what. Yeah.
We are really early.
Yeah.
You get to start getting pretty in depth with them. How you want to like handle buffing them, upgrading them, devolving them, re-evolving them.
You know what? Maybe I can evolve
You get
a guy.
to build up skill sets on them.
That's Izzy's one.
Yeah, they have a fun system where by going up and down the evolution trees, you get to like give Digimon attacks that they wouldn't normally have. And also, just for me, like I get a kick out of striving to obtain all my favorites.
That's fair.
I also just like Digimon, but
like, why don't you just
Die.
draw Digimon?
I could definitely do
and
that.
like cut them out with scissors and then like puppet them around.
Yeah, on little popsicle sticks.
We should just do that instead.
Chris, we haven't even got all of our mans yet.
Okay.
You don't have your Greymon.
I think our main character is a real boring piece of ass.
Because he doesn't talk.
You
He
made
doesn't
him.
do anything.
You chose him. You had a choice of 2 characters at the start, and that's who you chose.
Well, I bet they both would have acted the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say, like, the art style here, it's not offensive or anything, but I do really like the art style that, like, the original anime had.
Yeah.
I really like how they stylized everybody,
Yeah,
their
that
proportions.
everybody's like really cartoony.
They're really expressive.
Their hands are
it's
big.
really fun.
But they're like almost rubber hose. They have giant round
yeah,
heads.
I mean, it kind of was done with that intention. It keeps it cheap.
Yeah.
But
Keeps it cheap?
It's a really fun look.
How does it keep it cheap?
Easier to draw, I would assume.
easier to draw. Not as much that you have to manage with that. And it's very loose. If you go back and watch Digimon again, you can tell it was on like very tight budget, but they made it work.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of like cheapness to it.
Was Digimon Cell? Or I don't think it was.
What?
Cell animated.
Oh,
I don't think
you
so.
know what? I have no idea.
What about the like watercolored backdrops? I would imagine like they probably did half of it traditionally, but then
Yeah.
a lot of digital manipulation afterwards.
Huh.
Because they always use like distortion effects and everything.
Yeah, they do.
To the point that the one ending is it kind of makes me sick.
The squished tweens.
Because it's supposed to look like it, like a cylindrical, like a 3D cylindrical effect.
Yeah.
But they're awkwardly scaling graphics and rotating them, trying to simulate that.
Oh, that's weird.
It looks really, really, really bizarre.
Who are you talking to?
It's a
Polymon?
Poyomon.
What's his problem?
He's upset.
Why?
That he's a child.
He really likes playing the game. That's another part of the appeal to me, is I really like they go to the trouble of like giving all these little Digimon personalities.
It's true.
There's fun little situations as you're investigating all these cases.
I remember there being like a lot of fun characters that you get to meet along the way. He's very strong for a tiny little baby.
This is like Yick again.
What?
Just we're wailing on something for too long.
I mean, it's a tiny child. It's weird too that it has this much health. You just vaporized it.
Aw.
It's good you put it to sleep.
Yeah, that speeds it up.
How many?
It's not. I mean, the thing is, it's not like it's gonna kill me either.
How many Digimon are in this game?
I want to say a little less than 400, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
there's a
The
lot.
original version of this game had less, but this is the updated version.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
why we
added a
sprang
lot
for this
more.
one, because we have a lot more choice in terms of Digimon we can use.
That's cool.
And the evolution lines are really flexible, so you can just revert back and kind of go down a completely different path if you want to. It's neat what you're allowed to do with that, rather than it just being kind of a one-way street and you're done.
Are you just making these things sleep over and over with that one Digimon?
Yeah, not intentionally. I guess he has like the added effect
Yeah.
of putting somebody to
But
sleep.
it's working out really well because it doesn't have to be much of a fight.
Yeah.
Wow.
You just get to destroy it.
I remember in the closed captioning on Digimon, it would say Papa Breath instead of Pepper Breath.
Do you think if Agumon fell on his head, would he die?
No,
That's like the most basic. Do you think if he, got shot with a gun, he'd bleed?
I think his head he'd be fine.
He's got a huge, thick skull.
It's
yeah,
true.
it's probably like, used for smashing rocks or some shit.
I'm more concerned about like the babies from the Rugrats or something when it comes to that. They're gigantic.
They look
heads
very
getting hit.
fragile, don't they? They look soft.
We were watching that one episode. It's when
that
Angelica.
Tommy falls over and hits his head.
He goes to Angelica's mom's job and he's on top of a shelf and he falls over and just his head smashes against a shelf and knocks it over.
And it's a very quick thing. You're not supposed to look at it.
It goes up. He fucking clobbers his head on
Wow.
it and there's a really loud thunk that they added to it.
They don't mean for you to pay close
He's got a
attention.
giant pumpkin skull.
He's got
But
that one dent at the top of his head.
That's where it came from.
You can drain like grapefruits on it.
But I don't know. Agumon, I feel like he headbutts people, doesn't he?
You would think.
Probably. I don't remember it happening, but it probably
I
does.
think his thick skull is probably going to protect him. Because he's used to also being set on fire
He's a
and being
dinosaur.
electrocuted.
He's used to lava rocks falling on him.
Do you hear me? I'm shouting at you.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh.
Why can't our main character be a fat 30-year-old?
What?
I don't want to be this fucking loser.
You want just a game to be a little more relatable here? You want to have
Just a little bit.
more down to earth experience?
I mean, this kid, I cannot.
I can't follow this guy. Man, he's complex.
He's pissing me off.
The silent protagonist.
You want to tussle his red hair?
I want to rip it out.
Chris, you're supposed to self-insert. This is you.
It's not.
That's what you look like.
I'm the guy on the left, if anything.
It's a shame that the thumbnail is you looking like this character.
Oh, that's fine. Nuke the city. Nuke it.
That's not what that is.
Please, Julian.
It's also
end
Japan.
this. Japan?
Yeah.
I went to Japan and I saw a person and they looked nothing like me. So I left.
I can't relate to these people.
That's a good story.
That's the first explorer.
I went to a far off place and I met people, but they didn't look like me, so I left. They acted different. They did things different, looked different, smelled different.
He had to check.
They didn't like me and I didn't like them. Yeah, they didn't like me and I didn't like them. I told them that, but they talk different too. They just get it.
They didn't even listen to me, so what's the point? I must communicate my height.
I tried showing them music, but they didn't like it. And then they showed me theirs and I didn't like it.
You've solved racism. Why did that make you laugh so
This
hard?
is so funny. It's like an old Popeye character.
Chris,
Yes.
how funny do you think Popeye's mumbling is?
It's
pretty
really funny.
Okay.
I love Popeye.
I really love Popeye's mumbling
I love everything about Popeye.
because I feel like it's one of those things that you either don't really care for it or you think it's one of the fucking funniest things ever.
No, because he always says something hilarious.
He does.
It always
And it
pertains
runs
to the
by really
situation.
fast.
It's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
If he's getting kicked in the balls, he'll be like, "Just give him right in the ball." It's like, yeah, you're funny, dude. We get it.
You would say like right in the anchors or something.
Yeah, right in the anger. That's what he sounds
Yeah,
like.
he goes,
And his mouth wouldn't be moving. I think that makes it funnier. Fuck, I'm so mad. I should have been paying attention. I thought it was Kyoko talking to me, but it was somebody else who said, "Come find me." Oh, I think it was you.
Yeah, that's her.
Please
I
tell
like
me.
Popeye.
No,
That was Dreary Girl.
that's not.
Oh my god. I'm not paying attention whatsoever, and I remember Dreary Girl.
How could you forget her?
How could you forget her?
Oh, God damn.
I love Dreary Girl. Oh, I forget because my hair goes in my ears and I can't hear.
Ward is at agency. I went to the agency.
Yeah, you sure know how to riff. You know how to tear them apart.
That's just Julian in a nutshell. Julian in a nutshell.
Chris, have you ever heckled anybody at a comedy club?
No.
Oh, I guess I just needed to wrap
The only
that up.
person I ever heckled was my teacher.
Did you really? That's
How'd you heckle
impressive.
him?
We had one teacher that literally would not punish anybody. It was really funny.
So you punished them.
Well, he was a shit teacher. Fuck him.
Oh wait, did I guess it? Did you punish him?
Yes.
What'd you do?
We just annoyed him. We me and my friend, we would draw like things on pieces of paper and shove it in his pockets as he walked away. And he didn't care. One time I brought in a thing I bought in Las Vegas. It was a little slot machine where you pull back on the handle and it shocks you. And I handed it to him, and he was like, "Oh, what's this?" And he pulled it. He fell on the ground.
He fell on his bum.
He did. He fell on the ground and he got really mad. And then he gave it back to me. And I was like, "What? Okay." But we used to just... So this was... Our experience with this guy was he's supposed to be teaching us business, so he's teaching us profit and loss sheets, whatever the fuck that was. I don't even remember.
That sounds complicated and scary
It
because I
honestly
don't like
isn't
numbers.
that complicated, but it was for a 13-year-old, and he should have fucking taught us how to do it. Instead, he was just like, read the book and it'll teach you. Get back to me. And it's like, no. Why don't you teach?
No.
And then, like, literally, I swear it was like 3 years of us just like not learning how to do that one thing, and just like we were supposed to be doing it over and over and
How
over.
much of it do you remember?
None. Literally not. Zero. All we did was just draw fucking comics and shove them into his pocket.
What were they like? Were they like Beano?
They weren't. No, they were not like Beano. My friend used to always draw this guy with a big spread asshole. It was the funniest
Oh my
thing
God.
ever.
My friend named Goatsy.
That's sexual harassment, Chris. You can't do that kind of thing to your teacher.
That's nothing, dude. My fucking friend, he drew.
Wait, can we digivolve?
Oh, I might be able to. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me.
I had a friend who drew my other friend as a girl with big tits. And
Oh my God.
And he was a guy with short hair and glasses.
What
and
a lucky guy.
And then the
Yeah,
teacher
he got
walked.
horny.
The teacher walked by, and she was a lady with short hair and glasses. So
Oh, no.
she assumed that he was drawing her, and she brought his parents into school, and he almost got like suspended and stuff.
Golly.
He also drew a massive hairy cock on the back of an art board, and that was like the funniest day ever.
Was it detailed?
It was wonderful. It was massive and detailed.
Guess what?
And hairy. Oh my God, who is this?
So did you learn from his ways? Did you learn how to draw the ideal hairy cock and balls?
Nah, I wasn't into that. I wasn't into that. I was more interested in shoving paper into that guy.
You like
That
the
guy.
possibility of paper cuts.
Nah. Also, I'm sure that sounds pretty horrible that I made a teacher fall from getting an electric shock, and yes, it is.
Okay then.
No follow up. That's just it.
That's how it is.
It is what it is.
But if you knew the guy, you'd be like, okay, it's not that bad.
He deserves to
I mean, if
fry.
he's fine with it, obviously, there's no problem.
True.
I remember in high school, we had a science class, and we got to use Leyden jars. So that's essentially the same thing.
Look, I was a freaking 14-year-old. Cut me some slack.
Have you ever been electrocuted?
Yes.
Buy.
an electric fence many
Agumon-
times.
No, he can't do
Why
it yet.
many times?
Because when you're a little Irish chap,
The Irish
you
setter.
go on walks through fields a lot, and you grab fences sometimes, and then you eventually learn to stop grabbing fences because sometimes they shock you.
How many fences did you grab?
Probably like
I've never
around 10.
I've never lived in an area where electric fences
Do
are
you think
common.
maybe that's what made you into the man you are now?
Nah, because my granddad would
Granda.
he'd take us on walks, and he would grab the fence, and because he was a really hard worker, he couldn't feel it. He literally just couldn't feel
Wow.
it. He'd be like, touch the fence, and I'd touch it and be like, ah!
Nice thick skin.
The shock was so strong, it feels like your wrist is dislocating over and over.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh shit! I didn't realize Agumon was dead. I should have healed him.
Actually, I just remembered something. One time we went on a school walk, and we were all like 8, and we're all holding each other's hands so
got
nobody
our
gets
poop in, by
lost.
the way.
And they brought us into a field, and then somebody was like, "You at the end, grab the fence," and then like 30 little children all got shocked at once.
Jesus!
They should have all been holding
It was a
hands,
massacre.
There's just a gigantic
I'm
visible
pretty
spark.
sure the teacher knew what we were doing.
Yeah,
She was just letting it happen.
They light up like Pikmin.
Yeah, those were the days.
So we have Frogulon, we have Shitbert, and we got your little
And
Agumon.
poor little Agumon has to
deal with these two
weirdos.
assholes.
Is your favorite Digimon the frog with the tuba?
Yeah, he's cool. I
Cool.
like, who else? There are some cool ones. I like a lot of the original designs because we
Yes,
talked
when
about
they're
before.
like weird and
They're
gross.
weird. They're drawn like fleshy with like muscles all the time, like weird definitions to their bodies. There's veins everywhere.
Yeah.
There was a really fun art direction at the beginning, and I think that was the appeal, was that they felt like grotesque monsters.
Yeah.
Like Sukamon there, he's not one of my favorites, but I think he's fun.
I mean, the
He's
fact that
pretty
it's
good.
the mouth that goes the whole way around the face. That's so much fun.
That really has me falling off my chair with fun. Just kidding. That's really mean.
Well, it's okay.
It's okay,
We
Chris.
understand.
I'll tell you this, it feels a lot better to like something to not.
Hating on things and tearing them down is the greatest thing a man can do. There's something really good about being constantly toxic, you know?
Makes you feel bigger, better.
It ensures nothing good ever gets done.
But the frog's fucking weird. He has a tongue that has like a bunch of holes in
Yeah,
it.
there's got these weird fucking suckers. It's great.
Sukamon always is with like Chumon for some reason, right?
I like Chumon a lot. You
Yeah,
can
he's
have
fun.
you can have a Chumon in
Fu
this one.
Manchu,
He's a little mouse, and he looks like a little shithead.
little mouse inside of a house.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Oh,
No,
God!
he's panicked!
Oh no, your little frog's panicked. Ah,
You can't make him panic twice.
Oh no!
Oh, I guess that's
It's
confusion.
confusion.
And makes him attack his friends.
That stinks.
oh, I remember him saying that now. All of a sudden, the pepper breath.
Yeah, he does.
Wait, it's coming back to me now.
I can't believe I didn't remember that until now.
That was his thing.
I remember him going attack.
Death!
And he shrugs.
He's crazy.
What the fuck is up with him?
I wish humans.
Why do you think he's so manic?
Well, I mean, I guess they do. Never mind.
What were you gonna say?
I wish humans had musical instruments built into their bodies like that.
We go low.
We can go ah yeah yeah.
No.
Thank you. For those people that get it, Fesh Pins.
What?
Oh wait, I did the thing. I get to go back now.
Chris, what's your favorite YouTube poop?
Do you like any?
I like the Gaston one.
That one's good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good
I
one.
like-
Everybody likes that one. Every time we talk about poops.
I don't really remember any others except for the Boggle.
What are some good
Boggle.
ones? I like my Skooks.
Skooks.
What are some other ones? Name some other good ones.
I
Ding
mean,
Dong.
like you said, the King of the Hill edits are really
Those
good.
are really good.
Those are really, really good.
Whenever people show me YouTube poops, it's always like a situation where half of it's pretty funny and the rest is just like spastic,
Yeah.
like reversing in and out over and over.
I mean,
Yeah.
even ones that we do like, they have some clunkers
Yeah,
in there.
there's some like lousy jokes in there. That's kind of how YouTube poops are, though, because a lot of it just how the comedy is styled.
Oh, there's a guy who does modern kind of YouTube poops, but they're like really good. It's like Harry Potter and the dusty old shoe brush. Have you seen that?
I
Talking about
haven't,
dirty
no.
powder.
That one's funny as hell.
I said powder.
Oh, you're talking about Dirty Potter.
Dirty Potter. I didn't even say powder.
It's not the same thing. I love Dirty Potter. But
do you like Dirty Powder?
I remember I put it on for Chris and he was like annoyed.
What's that?
It was a long time ago, so it's fine.
Which one did you put on?
I don't remember. Probably the Peein' Party. No, what is it? The Peein' Farty Poo Party or something like that. The fact that I had to say that, I think that tells you what sort of content it is.
Yeah, you guys can unsubscribe now.
This channel's never been profane before.
These Ding Dong and Julian guys are kind of problematic.
You guys are problematic, and I'm just actually just scot-free.
And I'm actually just cool.
I don't think I've ever done anything to piss anyone off, honestly.